I'm Cooper Burke here with UFC welterweight Billy Goff. Billy, how are you?
Fantastic, man. How are you?
Doing great. Can't complain. It's a beautiful day outside.
Hear me?
Yeah. So, how'd the camp go? How are you feeling heading into this fight?
Great. Injury free, which is always a plus. Love no injuries. There's always things that hurt. Camp always sucks in certain ways, but it, time around, kind of like that's like been my main priority. Um, with like while doing everything that I'm supposed to do, you know.
Yeah. Does it feel good to like finally be in fight week with everything uh kind of clicking on all cylinders after the musical chairs of your last couple opponents?
Yeah, it's definitely nice to be getting close to all right, this one's gonna happen. I mean, it's there's still time left for for something to happen. No bad juju. The But it's nice to get another one booked. After all that, like a long wait, and then all the issues with the opponents. So it's definitely nice. I don't think anything's gonna happen. I think this one's gonna work out well.
Yeah. So what are you looking forward to the most about your fight with Seok Hyon Ko?
The biggest thing for me is going out there and putting on a performance that I'm happy with. Going out there and being at a point like mentally focused and physically prepared to put on a show that I'm happy with. Because like everybody loved the last fight, but I didn't like that one. Still believe I won. But I even with thinking that I won, I know I fought very poorly. And I still wouldn't have been the most proud with that performance. So going out there. I'm wanting to go out there and do better.
Yeah, is there a reason you weren't particularly happy with your last performance, like disregarding the end of that fight?
I mean, I was in a rush the whole time. I was like, I didn't feel great, so I let that kind of ruin my mental, and I was just trying to rush forward and finish them, um, which made me fight. And I fought sloppy. I didn't stick to the game plan. I wasn't listening to my corner. I just kept throwing, like my corner kept telling me to stop throwing big kicks, and I just couldn't stop throwing them. Like I just wasn't listening to them, to the game plan, to myself, and I knew that I was like not listening. And it was hard to kind of like pull myself back. Um, and that made me fight. The rushing and the lack of focus made me just fight sloppy.
Yeah, has have you focused on fighting true to your style and cleaner, I would say, in this camp more so than other camps?
Absolutely. I coming off the last performance, it's certainly been in my the back of my mind the whole camp about just being focused and being disciplined in the way that I approach sparring, moving around and everything, and just staying focused where I need to be.
Yeah. What else did you kind of take away
Yeah.
from your last fight?
Great. Okay. What's the door? Um, say that again.
So what let me rephrase. When you guys were in the pocket, you looked comfortable standing and trading. How did you get accustomed to walking through the fire like that and being comfortable in uncomfortable situations?
Like all sorry, my service isn't great down where I'm at my gym.
No worries at all. It happens. Mine's not great either. I've been moving around trying to get it right all day. Um,
One more time.
it's all right. Uh, so watching that fight back with Trey Waters, when you guys were in the pocket, you looked comfortable and at least composed. Um, in terms of standing there, being comfortable with what was coming back at you? How did you get accustomed to walking through the fire like that?
Um, I mean, I've done it a lot. I think that's the biggest thing. And I'm comfortable. I could sit in front of anybody. I'm willing to trade with anybody. I think I can strike with anybody. And part of it is my confidence in my teammates, my confidence in my preparation, and my confidence in my defense. Always do a good job with my defense because I get sloppy or lazy at times. Um, but I know that I got it. And I'm slipping and I'm moving my head well and I'm defending things well. Um, the it's just I've built that confidence over performance after performance of seeing the fire.
Absolutely. So after that, what did your coaches over at Dexter tell you? Was there anything in particular that they said that really stuck with you, um, that you've kind of carried over into this camp and in your mentality going forward?
Something that's like stuck with me, like the reason, like my my coach told me like that fight was I just like I fought with my nuts. um, I just toughed it out. I was a tough fighter. Um, but that doesn't always get us the like that. Sometimes we have bad performances if we're just relying on the toughness. Um, and so what I've come to realize from the fight is even if you're not feeling great, even if you're not having fun, you don't want to be there. Um, a champion has to perform despite how they feel and what kind of day they're having. Um, so that's the biggest thing for me is if I want to be a world champion one day, I know I need to know how to stay focused and perform at a high level on the bad days too.
Yeah, you've been pretty outspoken um, about how your gym and your teammates have really molded you into the person you are today. How would you describe your relationship with your teammates and coaches over at Dexter Valley too, though?
It's a family. It's way more than that. It's not. Um, I can't give it exactly one label. But we're a family. That's the closest I can get. Like, I am closer with these guys, um, more so than almost anybody else in my life. Um, and it's because I give everything. Like they see such a raw part of me, and we see such a raw part of each other. Pause. That it's like you. I'm gonna see you down to your core, and I'm still here. I'm still your boy. You're gonna be mad. You're gonna be angry. You're gonna be upset. You're gonna have bad days, good days. You're gonna take it out on me sometimes. I'm gonna take it out on you. And we're still gonna be here for each other. We're still gonna support each other through it all. And to have that commitment, to have that faith in one another, it's I couldn't put words to explain how helpful and like how much that does for one another.
Would you say it has helped you stay positive in kind of that frustrating situation where you had something signed, it didn't work out, and then there were a lot of moving parts. So would you say that your teammates kind of helped you keep your head up when all that was going on?
Absolutely. My like even when there's moments where it's like I'm questioning myself, um, they help they help lift me up. Um, And when it's like, all right, now I want to, like, the fight fell out, I don't have another fight booked. I want to be lazy, or I want to like slow down. And I've got teammates who I work out with, and they help push me. Like, hey, no, we just keep the ball rolling, and we'll get something else soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Was there anything else that you did in particular to kind of stay positive in the last couple of months and keep yourself going?
I just keep reminding, like, I can't be in a rush. I can't be in a rush in a fight. I can't be in a rush in a career. I can't ruin my opportunities or shoot myself in the foot by rushing opportunities that I have. Is just prepare for the best opportunity that I'm going to get in the future continuously. Like, all right, I like when the camp fell out, I kept training. Like, all right, I might get a short notice one soon. So I just kept training. So it's been basically like one long camp. Um, the uh, Let my weight go up a little bit. Uh, the But outside of that, it's just like keep the ball rolling so that when the time comes, you're gonna be supremely confident in the preparation. Um, and that's once like the goalpost just moves. Like, all right, this fell through, whatever. Now we have to look what's next. I can't sit on the unfortunate fact that I lost this opportunity. I just got to focus on what I can get next.
Yeah, and I think that comes with a lot of the time that you spent. I mean, you've been fighting at least on the amateur circuit for close to 8 years now. I think it's coming up on the eighth year anniversary, if I remember correctly. Uh, when did you know that fighting was for you?
The first time I stepped in that cage, I knew training was for me. Like the gym that I came to was perfect for me. The it was when I was getting into training, I was looking for something to replace wrestling, and the gym was perfect for that. And I didn't really know what I'd be like in a fight. I didn't know who I'd be when I stepped in there. Um, but after my first fight, I knew like, yeah, this is what I'm doing, and I was sold the minute I stepped in there.
Yeah. I mean, you love fighting for what it is. So am I correct in saying it doesn't matter where you fight, you'll like the Apex, Seattle, whatever. Is it all the same to you?
Yes, roughly. I mean, I like the Apex because I can hear my corner really easily, and I'm excited to use the PI during fight week. Uh, the but it's all the same. I'll fight wherever. Like with my debut, I wanted to fight in Boston because that's close to home, and that'd be awesome. I'd be able to sell a bunch of tickets. Um, the But instead, it's like, all right, I'll go fight in Singapore or whatever. Like I'm flexible. I can adjust.
Yeah, you mentioned the PI. Uh, what's it like going over there and having all those resources at your disposal and um, something that you might not get anywhere else?
I mean, I get why people move out to Vegas when they get signed, because it's like you get 3 meals a day, you get tons of like really good professional help, one-on-one work with uh, strength coaches, like orthopedics, and nutritionists. Like it's such a phenomenal resource. It's like I understand why people out there. I wish there was one on the East Coast. Um, the but even from afar, they still help me a bunch. Like I text them and ask them questions. They make my programs. They help me with my weight cuts throughout the whole camp. I get meals and supplements and whatnot from them. So it's huge. It makes my like a lot of the things that made it harder uh, while being uh, not signed, like just being doing everything on my own. It it covers a lot of my tracks, so it makes my life a lot easier. Sorry about all the wind.
No, it's all good, dude. No worries. Um, so you've been coaching your local high school wrestling coach for a while now. Uh, did you ever think you'd be passing on that knowledge that you've accrued through your years of wrestling and now your years of fighting to
About
high schoolers?
sorry, I didn't. I you broke up a little bit. I didn't hear. Um, I I never thought I'd be um like as much of a coach as I am now. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna coach until I've seen other people coach and realize how much they get out of it. And I don't think I'll ever be a head coach. I think it's not for me. I don't want all that responsibility. Um, the but I do like helping out, and it makes not only does it make me better as um athlete, like I was saying, and I have to break down the technique in a way that I normally don't. Um, but it makes me better as a man to be involved and not many people get to have.
Absolutely. Has there been anything in particular that the kids have done that you have picked up on or um, taken to heart in your time coaching there?
Yeah, I mean, there's tons of things. I mean, just connecting with the kids and seeing how, like my fellow coach and I, Jake Kasky, how we positively impact their like we change them as athletes, and it's lovely to like the just to get out in the sun and play in the dirt and whatnot. Um, and it feels it's like it's such an easy way, not necessarily an easy way. It's an easy way to be present, you know. And when you go and you walk outside and it's just like, all right, we're gonna go on a walk, and that's all that matters right now. Like I love running on a treadmill sucks, but running in the woods, I can do that all day, man. um and like my girlfriend, she loves going on hikes and whatnot and going on walks. So she gets me out there a lot too.
Is that where you find peace outdoors?
um At times, I mean, no matter what, to find and to maintain, I think day in and day out, no matter what you're doing. And I think when um, like the, I find it at times when I'm outdoors, but no matter what, it's always a challenge to keep and maintain, you know?
Absolutely. So what else do you do when you're not training? I know you have a really broad music taste, and you like to build things.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. Like I with all like especially during camp, like right lately what I've been doing with most of my free time is just playing Pokemon Red on my Game Boy Advance. Because it's easy. Like I could just sit down, pop it open and play it, and it doesn't take a lot. Um I've been wanting to we haven't played D&D. Anybody who plays D&D knows that the hardest part about D&D is getting people together. Um the so that's been not so much of a thing lately. Um, but with this last camp, and it's like I've worked out more this camp than I think I've ever had. Like I'm doing 3 workouts a day, Monday through Friday, 2 workouts Saturday and Sunday, which doesn't give me much of a as I get closer to the fight. Um, the but I've been just doing so much that I've just been neglecting a lot of the things that I normally do. But like I was able to get some Fortnite in and Rocket League with my buddies Sunday. Um, but I've been that's what I've been doing most of is playing Pokemon on my Game Boy every little moment I can. I was at Lowe's earlier playing it while I was pushing around the cart.
Awesome. Has anybody called you a Renaissance man before with all your pursuits and exploits that are kind of all over the map?
Um, no, but I like that. I like that. I like that. I think the only time I'd get called a Renaissance man is because I go to Ren fairs. I love dressing up, um, and like I'm a guy who, as corny and or dorky as it is, I like LARPing. I can't seem to get anybody into wanting to do it. Like I want to build a little village in my yard, and like LARP a D&D session outside. But I don't know if I'd be able to get enough people to want to do it.
That sounds awesome, man. I mean, it seems like you got a lot of stuff going on. And you'll find somebody. There's always
Yeah,
something with that kind of
I,
stuff
li-
going on.
I can coax enough people in with food. Like, hey, I'll
Exactly.
buy you food if you do it.
Yeah,
I'm getting pizzas.
break out the turkey legs and really
Oh,
really stick to character.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like I got one more question for you. So what are your goals for the rest of this year going forward?
I want to get this. I want to get a great performance out of this one. I would like to come out uninjured, healthy, so I can make a quick turnaround. I want to do. I'd like to get 3 fights this year, and I'd like to get some more tattoos and some traveling in. Um, and that's about. I'd like to start. I'd like to. I'm coaching a kids class. At my gym now, a teens MMA, that I'd like to build up more and more. Um, we've got a good amount of kids in there now, but I want like 20 kids in there. The um, and I'd like to start another class. So there's a few different things that I'm trying to. I want to go to some more Renaissance fairs. I think, but the biggest thing is the classes. I want to get 3 fights this year, and I want to do some traveling. I'd like to go to I there's depending if I get a nice fat bonus, then I could go to like Spain or something and do something fun.
Spain sounds awesome this time of year. Yeah.
Uh, get a tattoo.
Well, any ideas on the tattoo that you want?
If I were to go, so the thing is, so like it depends on where I go. If I go to Spain, then there's this tattoo artist. Her name's Lydia Madrid. I think that's her username on Instagram. But she does these like phenomenal black and white. She doesn't do a whole lot of color, but she has these white. She has the style where she does a bunch of white accents, and it just looks gorgeous. And I've always wanted to, I've followed her for years. I've always wanted to get one of her tattoos. So I'd go to her if I went to Spain. And then if I also really want to go to Japan. I've always wanted to go to Japan because I'm a weeb. But I want to get my back piece. I want to get a big, like huge, like Yakuza style tattoo, the Izumi, whatever. Old traditional Japanese back pieces. And I don't know who I'd get done by out there. If I went there, I would get that. And same, like I would love to get, I follow a few artists in Korea, South Korea, and I would love to travel there as well. One of my closest friends is from Korea, so I've always wanted to go. Um, so it depends on where I go.
Yeah. All right, man. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And best of luck with your camp and everything going forward.
Absolutely. I appreciate you, man. It was a
Yeah,
pleasure.
man. Of course. Everybody, Billy Ray Goff fights Seok Hyon Ko on May 31st. Put on a show for us, man. Good luck.
Gonna try to. That's the plan.
All right. I'll see you around, man. Thank you again.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.